Bureau of Corrections Chief Nicanor Faeldon says he merely followed the guidelines of the Good Conduct Time Allowance or GCTA law. He says he now regrets having done so. At a Senate hearing Monday, September 2, Faeldon says he consulted with experts on the measure. The former customs chief also admits signing an August 20 release order for Sanchez, but clarifies the release did not push through.
I signed a memorandum of release starting the process of the release of any PDL. That is not the release order because after my office, it goes to several other offices, and finally it will go to the superintendent who issues the final release order of the PDL.
But you are
along that process, Your Honor, I stopped it because I need to review again the GCTA granted to him.
But Senator Risa Hontiveros says there are indications the GCTA system could be favoring powerful and influential inmates.
Sanchez et al. Were not random beneficiaries of the retroactive effect of RA 10592. Ang lumalabas po sila ay pinaboran. Special treatment ika nga. I'm talking about this system of quote-unquote GCTA for sale na ayon sa mga prison insiders ay talamak ngayon.
The controversy broke when the Justice Department revealed rape and murder convict Antonio Sanchez was supposedly among the 11,000 inmates up for early release. In 1995, when he was mayor of Calauan, Laguna, Sanchez was sentenced to 7 terms of reclusion perpetua for the rape slay of UPLB student Eileen Sarmenta and the murder of another UPLB student, Alan Gomez. The Philippine National Police or PNP believes they can arrest released convicts again without any warrant if the release of heinous crime convicts due to the GCTA law is revoked. PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde says the police is prepared to deploy tracker teams to account for prisoners who have been released. The Commission on Elections or Comelec 2nd Division dismisses the electoral protest filed by former Pasig City Mayor Bobby Eusebio against incumbent Mayor Vico Sotto. Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez says the 2nd Division decided unanimously, citing insufficiency in form and substance of Eusebio's protest. Sotto won against re-election as Eusebio in the May 13, 2019 elections by more than 87,000 votes, ending the Eusebio clan's 27-year reign over Pasig City. Eusebio filed his protest with Comelec on May 24, with Sotto saying he welcomed the protest as a chance to reaffirm the accuracy of his election and wished Eusebio inner peace to accept the truth. The young mayor is the son of popular celebrities Vico Sotto and Connie Reyes, and the nephew of Senate President Tito Sotto. Farmers appealed to Congress to set a floor price for palay or unhusked rice, as its farm gate prices plummet to much lower than production costs. Farmers groups on Monday, September 2 say farm gate prices of palay can go as low as 7 pesos per kilo, much lower than the cost to produce it at over 12 pesos. Ignacio Ortiz of the Alianza ng Magbubukid sa Gitnang Luzon says, quote, "Farmers are really the losers here. This is not the fault of the Department of Agriculture or DAR or the National Food Authority or NFA. This is because of rice liberalization." Ortiz says prices in Pampanga can go as low as 9 pesos to 12 pesos per kilo, while it's 7 pesos in Bataan. The farmers say there are too many cheap rice imports in the market because of rice tarification, and retailers no longer want to buy from local producers. But NFA Administrator Judy Dansal rejects the farmers' claims, citing data from the Philippine Statistics Authority that prices are at around 16 pesos to 17 pesos per kilo. Singer-activist Denise Ho sees hope amid the protests in Hong Kong, saying the movement is bringing people out of their comfort zones.
They are making people angry, and they're pushing those who have been a bit reluctant to go into the front lines. They're pushing those people to go to fight together.
Ho was blacklisted by China for participating in the 2014 Umbrella Movement, with China's government censoring her name from searches in the country and sponsors leaving to avoid potential repercussions. Hong Kong pro-democracy protesters throw morning rush hour train travel into chaos Monday, September 2, standing at doorways of trains, stopping them from closing, causing major delays on the network. This comes after a weekend featuring some of the worst violence the semi-autonomous hub has seen in 3 months of anti-government protests. The social unrest was triggered by a now-suspended China extradition bill, backed by the city's chief executive Carrie Lam, but has now morphed into a democracy movement against the erosion of freedoms and increasing Beijing interference. Gilas Pilipinas coach Guiao says Kiefer Ravena is being singled out after being subjected to another so-called random drug test the day before they faced Serbia in the FIBA World Cup Monday, September 2. Ravena gets tested for the second time in 4 days, presumably due to his 18-month FIBA suspension that ended barely 2 weeks ago.
Parang hindi na random. Hindi random yun. I think medyo hindi accurate word na random. Maybe they're really picking on him. Kaka-drug test lang yan, kaka-blood test lang yan. Inulit. Wala naman tayong tinatago, so okay lang sa atin.
Ravena admits he somehow expected he would be picked for another drug test after serving a year-long suspension for testing positive for banned substances.